Hey guys, moving into day 17 of 30 days and 30 ways to unleash your abundance. How are you? How are you enjoying this experience? Bringing you another live masterclass training, and I would love to know, if you've been following this series so far, how's it been for you? Are you starting to see any shifts? Are you starting to see any patterns? Are you starting to implement some of these things into your life? Because today the video is all about how you are keeping stuck in a comfort zone, which is something that comes up time and time again for the clients that I have through my coaching business. So you will probably know that I work with coaches and consultants and creatives, and they are looking for mostly women, but I work with men too. But most of the time they are looking for a way to make a shift within themselves so that they can actually point themselves in the direction of more success with their business. Now, we've all heard about being stuck before and feeling held back and, just kind of being in a bit of a funk, I guess you could call it. We've all been in that position where we can see what we want and it's over there, and we kind of we have this vision, but then the reality of actually putting things into place is a far distant kind of thought. It's very hard to actually break it down into the steps that are needed to take to make it all happen. And what that can do is keep people in a bit of a funk. It can keep people in a bit of a stagnant mood, and it can actually hold people into a comfort zone where it can be a mindset challenge. So part of that can be not actually believing that the distant dream, the blue sky thinking, that idea is in fact attainable, and ending up talking yourself out of doing something just because you haven't given yourself the space or the tools to implement new ways of thinking so that you can break down how to attain that goal. And what happens is that's how people stay stuck in a comfort zone. So the comfort zones can show up in different areas of your life. It might be with the way that you're eating. Yeah, are you in a bit of a comfort zone? Ooh. Are you in a bit of a comfort zone there? Or maybe it's other lifestyle habits. Are you really planning to go to the gym and you keep on saying that you're going to set in this new regime and this new schedule, and it's something that you really want to do, but maybe you're just in a bit of a comfort zone where you want to come home, you want to have something fast and easy to eat, and maybe you just want to relax and chill because it's the easiest thing to do, and maybe you've got yourself into a bit of a pattern doing that. Or maybe it's showing up in a different way of your life. Maybe you actually want to go out and experience a new hobby, something that's going to complement you, like building this business of yours, or building this career of yours, or really exploring this hobby. And maybe it's something that you've been wanting to explore as a bit of downtime, but you just haven't been able to give yourself the time to do that. Maybe you need to be going and see more friends, more family. Maybe you're in a bit of a comfort zone with just the way that you are doing things in your life. And what happens is that comfort zone, that repetitive way of being, that repetitive behavior, it leads and generates and stimulates thoughts and beliefs which then start to limit the rest of your experiences outside of it or in life. So if you want to expand your experience, and if you actually want to step into a life, a bigger version of yourself, for new opportunities to be magnetized to you, you know, there's that saying that people who get what they want in life is because they go out and get it. Well, yeah, there is that part of it, but it's also about, you know, getting out of your comfort zone to go and get it. That can be one of the very first steps, yeah, to be aware. So the second step would be to actually identify some things that you can do differently in one of those areas, or it might be in all of those areas, you know, all of those, you know, social life, your health, your wealth, you know, how you're actually treating money and how you're allowing money to the relationship that you have with money in your life. Once you can start to make shifts in all of those areas and actually start to do things differently and come out of your comfort zone, you know, if it's with money, maybe your comfort zone is to, you know, always spend what you have. Or maybe it might be the reverse. Maybe your comfort zone is to not really treat yourself to anything and always have the savings, and you're not actually giving yourself the luxury of expanding and pushing that energy of money around. You know, if it's with eating, maybe you're not giving yourself the luxury of actually pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone and, you know, choosing food that lights you up. So this whole piece around comfort zone is really interesting, and it's one of the biggest ways that people can make shifts in their life. It's one of the biggest ways that you're going to be able to make a shift in your life and in your business, because they work hand in hand. And the first and foremost step is to really take a hard look at yourself. Yeah, it's to be a bit tough and actually say, well, you know what, like, am I actually being lazy with this? You know, look at the patterns. What have you been doing time and time again, day in, day out, like the beginning of this year to now? Like, what have you said that you were going to change, probably as a New Year's resolution, that you haven't done? We're all guilty of it. You know, I'm a perfect example of that as well. You know, I love going to the gym. I love going to the gym. I like working out. I like doing spin. I like healthy food. And the healthy food is kind of always there in my life. But because of my time with my business, sometimes, you know, I let these thoughts and beliefs creep in where, you know, I believe that I haven't got enough time to build my business, so I may miss out on going to the gym. But all that's doing is just keeping me in a comfort zone, and it's actually lowering my vibration and my capacity to expand my life. Because we all know when you go to the gym, when you're doing healthy things, when you're doing things you love, when you're doing exercise, it increases the serotonin in your brain. You feel better, you feel happier, you're actually more productive. When you're more productive, you're going to get better results. So today is just an invitation for you to think about, where can you start to show up in a different way in your life and move outside of your comfort zone. The challenge for you today is to walk away and get a pen and paper and write down one thing in each area of your life that you possibly could change, and what one new thing are you going to do the very next day. Yeah? So there's a little challenge for you. I would love to know how this comes up, and that, you know, whether you actually put these into place, because that's a comfort zone in itself. You know, being able to watch someone on video and, you know, kind of get all of this information, but then actually not be able to implement it. It's very easy to go, yeah, I know I should do that, but what about actually consciously digesting that information and actually consciously putting a reminder in your diary, getting a pen and paper and committing even to just doing one thing. What can you do differently? How can you step out of your comfort zone? Because this is just the starting point. You know, I could do loads of videos about this and like your comfort zone and showing up and actually moving yourself into a bigger version of yourself before you're ready. People are never going to be ready. You're never going to be ready for, you know, that next step. We kind of have to, you know, prime the brain to take action before we're ready. That's when we see the results. And we have to take responsibility for our actions. It's too easy to blame outside circumstances or things not happening in your life on other people. You know, it's time for you to take the responsibility to change these things in your life and to not really be in a victim energy, you know? So what are the things that you can do? How would you like to, you know, move outside of your comfort zone? And what is the one area that's been playing on you that actually you're thinking, you know what, Jo, you're right. I need to do this. I'm going to make a list and this is what I'm going to tackle. So I would love to know. And I will be back again tomorrow. Please do let me know like how this is going down for you, how this is shaping up, and if this is resonating for you as well. And if you have any questions at all, then you know where I am, just reach out.